Okay, what are some general examples of conduct that can give rise to strict liability? Generally, strict liability arises either under common law or pursuant to statute. So, states may pass a statute, or the court in a state may determine that this type of activity, if it causes an injury to someone, is subject, that individual who undertook the action is subject to strict liability. Okay, so here are a couple of examples. One is ultra hazardous activity. That could be doing something like working with dynamite or some other explosive like that. If, while working with that dynamite or explosive, it doesn't matter how careful you are, if someone is injured by that ultra hazardous activity, you could be held strictly liable for that injury. Okay. Another example would be perhaps owning a dog that bites someone. Now, certain type of dogs have a propensity towards aggressiveness. Now, if you have that dog and you let it run free in your yard and it bites somebody, or you take extra care to make sure it doesn't, you keep it pinned up, but nonetheless, that dog bites somebody. Well, that could give rise in some states to strict liability that no matter how much care you took to keep that dog from biting somebody, that doesn't matter. It bit somebody, it's an aggressive animal, so you'd be liable for those damages that it caused in biting someone. Other statutory examples would be when you place something with a common carrier, they may be strictly liable for damaging those goods, etc. Probably the most common example, I think, is among restaurants. If a restaurant serves alcohol, perhaps it has a bar within the restaurant, and someone becomes intoxicated at that restaurant. If that intoxication causes someone injury, someone other than the intoxicated person, if it causes someone injury, then the establishment that caused that person or allowed that person to get intoxicated at their establishment could be held strictly liable. So let me give you an example. A patron of a bar comes in, leaves the bar intoxicated, and they drank and became intoxicated at that bar. On the way home, they crash into someone and hurt them. That individual who they hurt could sue not only the driver, but the bar under strict liability because the bar allowed that individual to get drunk. They are responsible without regard to looking at intent or negligence.